Hi everyone! In this video, we'll see the new dashboard designed for version 3.0 of YITH WooCommerce Subscription. With this plugin, you can create subscription-based products to build customer loyalty and generate passive income. We'll see how to configure and use the plugin and how to create a subscription-based product. But first, let me remind you that we'll list the links to the plugin, documentation, and live demo with access to the admin dashboard in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. And now, let's get to it.
With this plugin, you can create all kinds of subscription-based products. For example, here we have a monthly candy box with different plans. The plans go from $15 to $45 a month, and this is a box that is also shipped every month. Then we have a magazine subscription that is shipped every month, but is worth $35 every 6 months, and you also get a free trial of a week. We even have a product that can be bought as a subscription or as a regular product with just one payment. We have the subscription that is $75 a month, but then you can also just buy this cell phone for a single payment of $720. And of course, you can also create subscriptions that are not necessarily linked to a physical product that has to be shipped. For example, this hosting plan, this is not shipped, and this is a subscription that has different plans, and it goes from $39.99 to $79.99 per year. Now let's go to the dashboard to see how to configure the plugin so you can start selling products like this in your shop. Let's go to YITH Subscription. As soon as we access the dashboard, we're going to see all these sections. We have Dashboard, Subscriptions, General Settings, Customization, Modules, Your Store Tools, Help, and the option to collapse. So first, in Dashboard, we're going to find a complete and detailed report of all the subscriptions and recurring payments. Here you can choose the date range. Right now we have selected month to date, and to compare it with the previous year, we can choose year to date, and to compare it with the previous period. Update. Okay, and we can see the total net sale, new subscriptions, net sales of new subscriptions, renewed subscriptions, net sales of renewed subscriptions, canceled subscriptions, new trials, trial conversions, monthly recurring revenue, and annual recurring revenue. You can see the blue one is the year-to-date period, and the green one is the previous period. We can see this info by day, by week, by month, or by quarter. And we can see a line chart or a bar chart. And if we scroll down, we're going to see all the subscriptions lists. We have the date, the subscription number, the status, the end date, the customer, the product, and the net sales. Then if we scroll down, we have the product section with the top subscription products. We have the products, how many subscribers each one has, the monthly revenue, and the total. And then we have the top subscribers and the latest lost subscribers. And we can also click here on View All to view all of them. Then in subscriptions, we're going to find two tabs. We have all subscriptions and subscription activities. In all subscriptions, we can find a list of all of the subscriptions created on the site. These are the subscriptions customers ever subscribed to, or even the subscriptions we have manually assigned to users from this backend. We have the subscription with the ID, when it started, the customer that got it, how much the recurring fee is, when the next payment is due, when it ended in case it has already ended, the expiration date. Then we can see how many renewals the subscription has had so far, the payment method, how many failed attempts there were, and the status. There are several statuses subscriptions can have. They can be trial, this is during the trial period. They can be active, they can be paused, they can be pending. This is when the order has been completed, but the payment is still pending on the admin side. Or they can be suspended, overdue, or canceled, depending on some settings that we're going to see in a minute. Here we have bulk actions to trash several subscriptions at once. And we can filter by date, by status. We have 1 active, 3 suspended, and 1 trial, by payment method, and by customer. Here you can search by subscription ID, and we can also click here to export all of these subscriptions into a CSV file. If we click on the subscription ID, we'll access the subscription details where we can also make changes. So here we have all the general details of the subscription, including the monthly payment, when it started, when the next payment is due, the payment method, the customer, billing information, shipping information, and here we have the subscription product. Here we have the subscription history with the list of related orders. Then to the right, we can see a list with all the subscription activity. We also have the subscription schedule, which can be changed here. The recurrent period is currently 1 month. We have days, weeks, months, and years. We have the start date, which we can also edit, the payment due date, and the expiration date. And here in actions, we can change the subscription status. We can activate it, cancel it now, or even create a renewal right now manually. Right now, the subscription is suspended. Let's activate it. Process. Okay, so the subscription is now updated. It is active again. If I scroll down, I have an activity here that says that I have changed the subscription to active. Let's go back and we see it's active now. Then in subscription activities, we can see all recent activities related to all subscriptions. We have the activity, the subscription ID, the order linked to the subscription, a brief description of that action. For example, here's the action I have just performed and the date when it happened.
Let me take a moment here to remind you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell down below so you know every time we have a new video for you. Now, let's continue with the video.
Then in General Settings, we can set the general behavior of the plugin. We can decide if users can add to cart only one subscription product or unlimited subscription products. If we want to allow users to manually renew a subscription, if we choose yes, they will be able to pay the renewal order in their My Account page, or we can choose no and make sure to use the supported gateways to charge recurrent payments automatically. Then we have a stock management option with recurrent payment to either reduce stock of the subscription-based products when there's a recurrent payment or not reduce it. Then we can force the account registration when purchasing a subscription. And here we have a very important option. If a recurrent payment is not paid for, we can choose, for example, after 48 hours to put the subscription status in, for example, cancelled. So that's the only step. If the recurrent payment is not paid for, 48 hours after the payment due date, it's going to be cancelled. Another option would be to set the subscription as suspended after 48 hours and give users 20 extra days from that moment to pay for the renewal before canceling the subscription. Or another option would be, for example, to set it as overdue after 48 hours, give it 20 days. If after 20 days it is not paid for, it will become suspended. And if after 15 days from being suspended it is not paid for, then the subscription will get cancelled. You can of course change all this, change the status here. This is all up to you, so you can handle recurrent payments that are not paid for as you think is best for your store. Then we have an option to delete subscriptions if the main order is cancelled. And then here in user permissions, we're going to find an option to allow users to pause subscriptions. So we can make sure they don't pause the subscriptions. We can choose to allow them to pause the subscriptions without any limits, or we can choose to allow them to do it but with limits. And these limits include how many times users can pause the subscriptions. Here we have a maximum of 2 times, and how many days each pause can last. Here we have a maximum of 30 days. So after 30 days, the subscription will be reactivated automatically if the customer did not reactivate it before that. Same goes here for the option to allow users to cancel subscriptions. We can make sure they never cancel subscriptions. We can allow them to cancel subscriptions without any limits, or we can allow them to do it with limits. And here we can set how many days after a subscription has been created they can cancel. For example, let's say they can cancel 70 days after the creation. So if it's a monthly subscription, they at least renew 2 times before canceling. And how many days before the renewal date users can cancel. Let's say 5 days to make sure they cancel long enough before we prepare the product to be shipped. These are global settings, of course, and we can override this at a product level. Then we have extra settings here to allow shop managers to control subscription settings. We can also enable staging mode and enable log to generate a list of plugin actions, which is useful to develop improvements and provide support. And then we have privacy settings here to decide if we want to delete personal information after account deletion requests or delete pending and cancelled subscriptions. If I enable this, I'm going to be able to choose after how many days, weeks, months, or years to delete pending subscriptions, and same goes for cancelled subscriptions after how many days, weeks, months, or years we want to delete these subscriptions. Then, in customization, we can set custom labels and colors to adapt the plugin to the website. For example, we can choose the label for the Add to Cart button in subscription-based products. We can choose to show the trial period. This would of course apply to subscriptions that have a trial period. If this option is enabled, here you can enter the text to show. And you can choose the color of this text. Then you can also choose to show the fee information. This would of course apply to subscriptions that have a fee. And here's the text. And here you can choose the color of this text. Then if we scroll down, we're going to find the cart and checkout section. Here's where we can set the label to use for the place order button on the checkout page. Then the free trial period text on the cart. Then we can choose to show the total subscription amount in cart and checkout. Then you can enter the text for the subscription total. You can also choose to show the next billing date. Here's the label to show the date. And here's the label in case there is a trial period. Then you can choose the thank you page layout, which can be table mode underneath the order details or in a separate box. Then we have the subscription status color section where we can choose different colors. Here are the colors for the active status, post, pending, overdue, trial, cancelled, expired, and suspended. And in subscription section in my account, we have options to show the resubscribe button on my account. This way customers don't have to go over to the product page to get the subscription again. They can simply click on the resubscribe button and subscribe again. If we enable this, we're going to see we can keep the same price of the previous subscription. So if the subscription price increased, for example, the user would get the same price he had when he ordered the subscription first if we enable this option. And then we have the option to show the renew button on my account page. In this case, if you enable this option, you're going to allow users to force the payment so they can renew the subscription at least after one failed attempt. And then you can see the pause and cancel button subscription style. We have buttons or a drop down. I'm going to leave button selected. Then you can see a pause subscription model text here. This is shown when customers click on the pause button. And here's what they're going to have to click on to pause the button. Yes, I want to pause. We have the same here, the resume subscription model text. Also the cancel subscription model text. And then text to show to switch plans in case there are other subscription plans available within the same product. The text to add the new plan to the cart. And the text to show before the product name during the switching. I'm going to save options and we're going to see some of the buttons that we have just mentioned in my account. Let's go to the side. Okay, so I'm in my account. You see that I have a new section here, subscriptions. Let's click on it. And here you see I have a subscription. We have the subscription ID, the product that I'm subscribed to, when it started, what the recurring price is, and also the frequency. When the next billing is, when it ends in case there's an expiration date, and what the status is. Right now it's active. I'm going to click on the subscription ID and I'm going to get more details about the subscription, of course. Here I have the status and here I have the pause and the cancel buttons. So for example, if I click on cancel, I'm going to get this model asking me if I'm sure I want to cancel the subscription. I can click on yes, I want to cancel, or on no, keep me subscribed. There we go. Now let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the modules section. Here we're going to find two extra modules to unlock advanced features. We have the Renewal synchronization module to synchronize all subscription renewals to easily track customers' payments, and the delivery schedules module so that we can synchronize the delivery of subscription products to easily manage shipping and delivery. We're going to enable both of these modules. And by enabling this, you see that I get two new sections, delivery schedules and renewal synchronization. Let's go to delivery schedules first. So here we have two sections, all delivery schedules and delivery schedule settings. First, in all delivery schedules, we can quickly check all the next scheduled deliveries to manage them. We have the products that had to be shipped, what the subscription number is, the customer, the delivery status. It can be in process. These are all the deliveries that have to be shipped today. All subscriptions are checked daily and they will appear here in this list on the day they are supposed to be shipped. So, for example, if I ship a magazine every week on Monday, every Monday I'm going to find all deliveries here so I can process them. And then we have waiting, which is the status of all future deliveries. Then we have shipped. This is the status when the product has already been shipped. Once I set the delivery to this status, an automatic email is going to be sent to the customer to inform them about the shipping. And last we have canceled, which of course is the status when the delivery has been canceled. We have when it's supposed to be shipped on, when it's actually shipped after we mark the status as shipped, and the delivery info. So how can we handle deliveries for today and prepare those for the next days? We can filter the subscription by status, for example, in process, and just click here on filter. We get 2 subscriptions. These are the deliveries that have to be shipped today. We're going to prepare these orders and then we're going to ship them. And once they're completed, we're going to change the status to shipped. We're going to get this message. You're going to set this item as shipped. This will automatically send the confirmation email to the customer. Do you want to continue? Yes, we're going to continue. Okay, we're going to see when it was actually shipped here. The customer will receive an email letting them know that the product has been shipped. Customers will also see an additional box in their My Account page in the subscription sections we have just seen with a list of the 5 next delivery schedules for their subscriptions. So as we have just seen, we can filter by status here. We can filter by product, by customer, by date. And we also have bulk actions here to set different statuses for several subscriptions at once. Now, here's an important option, download shipping list. We can click on this button so the plugin generates a PDF file with the shipping labels of those deliveries with the status in process so we can ship them. Now let's go to delivery schedule settings. Here we can schedule deliveries for those subscriptions that have a renewal payment that does not match the delivery date. For example, I sell a monthly subscription to a printed magazine that is billed yearly. So once a year, customers pay for these subscriptions. But this means that the renewal order is generated just once a year because it's generated so the users pay for the renewal. But I need to ship it once a month. So here's where we start. We have the option to set a delivery schedule of subscription products for all products, non-virtual products, specific products, or specific categories. We're just going to choose specific products and we're going to choose this product, magazine subscription, to follow the example that I have just explained. So the magazine subscription is billed once a year to customers, but we're going to make the default delivery schedule every 1 month. Here we have days, weeks, months, and years. I'm going to make it 1 month. So once a month, the magazine is going to be shipped to the customers that are subscribed to it. This is a global option, so it can be overridden at a product level, and we can show the delivery schedule info in the product page. Then if we scroll down, we can also synchronize delivery schedules. In this case, since I schedule it to be shipped once a month, I can select what day of the month to send the magazine. So we have the 1st of every month. So the 1st of every month, I'm going to be shipping the magazine. If I chose weeks, I would be able to choose what day of the week to ship it on. We can choose from Sundays to Saturdays. And if I choose years, I can choose the day and the month. Okay, let's set this every 1 month and on the 1st of every month. Save options. And then we have renewal synchronization. This is where we can synchronize all subscription renewals to easily track customers' payments. Any change in these synchronization settings will be applied to new subscriptions. So subscriptions that start after these settings are saved. They will not be applied to ongoing subscriptions. So the first section is sign up payment options, and we can choose to not charge the first recurring amount at sign up, only a sign up fee if there is one. You can choose to charge a prorated payment. If this option is selected, we're going to have this option to set how many days to postpone the first payment for. I have 5 days here. In the first option, if the product includes a trial period, no prorated amount will be charged, so the next payment day will be automatically set as the first renewal date. and you can also choose to charge the full recurring amount on sign up. Then we have an option to synchronize recurring payments for all products, only virtual products, specific products, or specific categories. And then we're going to find the Your Store Tools section. Here's where we're going to find additional tools to improve user experience, increase conversion, and loyalize customers. The best options to use together with our YITH WooCommerce Subscription Premium plugin are Stripe, so customers can pay with their credit cards through Stripe and also have their subscriptions automatically renewed with it, and membership, so you can activate some sections of your e-commerce with restricted access and make sure that the purchase of subscriptions turns customers into members of different membership plans so they can get access to restricted content and more. And then we have the Help tab, which is where you can find a link to the documentation, a link to the frequently asked questions, and a link to submit a ticket in case you need help from our developers. Okay, so now that we have seen all of the settings, we're going to create a simple subscription-based product so we can see the product creation settings. Let's create a monthly candy box that is shipped and charged every month. Let's go to Products, Add New. Okay, we're going to name this product. We're going to scroll down. It's going to be a simple product, but keep in mind that you can create variable products and have different subscription plans in the same product as variations. We're going to check subscription, and then we're going to get this new section, subscription settings. We're going to set a regular price here. Let's say $25 a month. Then let's click on subscription settings, and here is where we can configure the subscription. So users will pay every one, and we're going to choose months. We have days, weeks, months, and years. We can choose when it ends here. We're not going to set an expiration date, but if you want to, you can click here and set the expiration here. We can choose to offer a trial period, and here you set how long the trial period is. I'm not going to offer it with this product. And then I have a sign-up fee here. I am going to ask for a sign-up fee to get this subscription, and it's going to be $5. So users will have to pay $5 besides the $25 that the subscription is worth to sign up for the subscription. So the first time is going to be $30 total, plus shipping or taxes if there are any. And then from the second month on, it's just going to be $25 for the subscription, plus shipping or taxes if there are any. Here you can apply subscription limits, so you can choose whether to only allow one active subscription for the same user or one subscription with any status. You can also override global posting settings. We can choose not to allow customers to ever post a subscription, to let them post without limits, or to let them post with certain limits, and here we can set the limits. We have already seen these options. We're going to set this without limits. And here we have the same thing. We can override global cancellation settings. So again, we have no never, so we never let customers cancel the subscription. Yes, they can cancel without limits, or yes, they can cancel but with certain limits. We're going to choose this one in this case. And so, subscription cancel limits allow the user to cancel the subscription 120 days after creation. This way, I can at least make sure they get the subscription and renew it a few times before canceling. And the user can cancel the subscription within 7 days before the renewal date. This way, I can make sure they cancel the subscription with enough time so that the renewal is not created and I don't see the shipment in the delivery schedules. I'm going to add a description. I'm going to set the product image, this one, and I'm going to publish this. And now let's go see the product. Okay, so here's my subscription-based product. We have a monthly candy box. It is $25 a month plus a sign-up fee of $5. So again, the first time they order is going to be $30, but after that it's going to be just $25 a month. And here we have our custom label subscribe instead of add to cart. And that's it. That's how easy it is to configure the plugin and to create your own subscription-based products so that you can get customers to subscribe to the products or services you offer.
Okay, so that's how the plugin works. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and we'll meet again for our next video.